This is homework for lesson 1-7. It's on page 42, and don't forget your name on the left, date on the right. Number 55. So it says to simplify the expression, we have a plus 9b plus 6b. Our like terms are the 9b and the 6b. We add those together and get 15b and bring down the a, and there's our answer. Number 57, we have 4 times 5mn plus 6 plus 3mn. I'm going to distribute the 4 to both terms in the parentheses. So I get 20mn plus 24 plus 3mn. My like terms are the mn's, so I get 23mn plus 24, and there's my answer. 59. 6x squared plus 5x plus 3 times 2x squared plus 7x. Okay, we're going to put like terms together. Oh, wait, first we have to multiply the 3 times the 2 to get 6, and that's x squared. Bring down everything else. Okay, I'm going to first add my x's, so 5 and 7, I get 12x, plus 6x squared plus 6x squared gives me 12x squared. And there's my answer. Number 61, it says to name the property used in each expression and find the value for n. You do not have to name the property for number 63 because we didn't cover that property. But for 61 we will. We have 1 times n equals 64. So n is going to equal 64 because it's the only thing times 1 that will give us that. And it is the multiplicative identity. Number 63, we have 9 minus 7 times 5 equals 2n. Well, 9 minus 7 is 2, so we have 2 times 5, and notice over here we have 2 times n, so the n must equal 5. Number 65. N plus 18 equals 18. So remember 18, the identity of 18 stays the same. So n has to equal 1, and that's the additive identity. Oh, I'm sorry, 0, not 1. I hope you got that. Are you listening? Identity of 0. Here we go. All right, 67. We have 5 times 7 plus 6 equals x. It says to solve each equation. So 5 times 7 is 35. We're using order of operations on this one. And 35 plus 6 is 41. Number 69. P equals 22 minus parentheses 13 minus 5 divided by 28 divided by 2 squared. Okay, so first we're going to look at the numerator, and order of operations tells us parentheses first. So 13 minus 5 gives us 8. And then now let's look at the denominator. We have 28 divided by 2 squared. Order of operations, parentheses, then exponent. So we're going to do 2 squared is 4. And now we're going to do the subtraction on the top. So we have 22 minus 8 gives us 14. 28 divided by 4, we get 7. And 14 divided by 7 is 2. There's our answer for that one. Number 71, write an algebraic expression for each verbal expression. So this is what we learned on our first day of class. We've got 3 times a number in decreased by 10. So 3 times a number in is 3 in, and it is decreased by 10. And there's our answer. Number 73. This is a prerequisite skill. So this isn't something we've covered so far, but we're just kind of reminding ourselves how to work these problems. So we have 40% of 90. Remember that of means to multiply. And 40% written as a decimal is 0.4, or you could write 0.40, but we don't need that 0. Okay, so 0.4 times 90. If we did 4 times 90, we get 360. And since we have 1 decimal place in the answer, or in the problem, we have to have 1 decimal place in the answer. So our answer is 36. Number 75. We get 18% of 950. And remember, of means to multiply, and 18% can be written as a decimal is 0.18. So I'm going to come over here and do 950 times 0.18. So I'm actually going to ignore this 0 for a little bit, and at the end make sure I add a 0 to my final answer. So I'm going to rewrite this as 95 times 0.18. We're going to ignore the decimal while we multiply. So 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 9 is 72. Plus 4 is 76. 0 for place value. 1 times 5. 1 times 9. Add that together. And I get 1710. But remember right here that we took off that 0 at the beginning, so we need to put that 0 back on. And then if we look at the problem, we have 2 decimal places in the problem. We need 2 decimal places in the answer. So my final answer is 171. If you're confused at all on that, please ask me in class. Number 77, we have 42.7% of 528. So I'm going to write that as a decimal, 0.427 times 528. Okay, so let's work that out. We have 528 times 0.427. So 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus the 5, it gives me 19. And 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 1 is 36. 0 for place value. I'm going to cross off these so I don't get confused. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus the 1 is 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. And now 2 zeros for place value. And we have 4 times 8, which is 32. 4 times 2 is 8, plus my 3 gives me 11. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1, and I get 21. Make sure you're writing nice and neat and everything lined up. And if we add straight down, should get 2, 2, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in the problem, I have 3 decimal places. So in my answer, I have to have 3 decimal places. Now I'm going to look back at the instructions, and it says to round to the nearest tenth. So here is my tenth, the 4. So I'm going to look 1 place value to the right, and we get a 5. 5 is big enough to round the 4 up to a 5. So my final answer is 225.5. And that's it. Thank you.